lot of people are discussing the whole thing about their hands are bleeding because they are crocheting and they are getting their crochet hook stuck into the finger and so on. And there's actually ways of crocheting here where you don't have bleeding hands. And that is something that I truly want to spread the word about, that if you are having bleeding hands, you're either overworking too many hours that your body cannot cope, or you maybe have been partying too long the night before, or you haven't been eating, or you're using a technique that is actually not beneficial for your hands. And your hands is your tools, and your body is your tool, and you have to take care of yourself, otherwise you will break. And if I want to say this, if your hands are bleeding, please find a new way to work, and I can teach you how to do that if that is your problem.
100%. I'm on the exact same page as you. In fact, I just recorded a class myself, and one of the things I talked about, the fundamentals, is posture, right? Yes. Dropping shoulders and having comfortable footwear. And even if the hook is not comfortable for you, I talk about how I hold the hook versus how other people hold the hook. And there's no right or wrong way. It's just what works for you. But you're right. If somebody's hands are that compromised, you have to change something.
Yeah.
I think for me, when I notice things going wrong, like when the hook goes under the nail, we've all done that, right?
No, I've never done it.
Are you kidding me?
Of course I did. The first year when I was trying to figure it out, because when we talk about like old school, there was really no internet. There was hardly anything. And I was trying to figure out how to use the hook on my own. And I remember I got a little bit comfortable. So I'm on the phone with my lawyer, right? I'm like, okay, so yeah, I need to do this. Right. And
yeah.
And I let go, and the hook was sticking out of my cuticle.
It went right underneath.
I'm like, yeah, I think I'm gonna have to like go to the hospital. I'll call you back.
Oh my gosh.
But thankfully I didn't panic, and I just by luck, I managed to shift it just the right direction, and it just came right out, and it didn't bleed or anything. But man, that is exactly what I'm talking about. You have to pay attention.
You have to pay attention. Can I give you another story? It has nothing to do with locks, but when I was in hair school, I was doing a client, because we have client days in hair school, and she was the vice president secretary of the school, the secretary to the vice president of the school. And we were doing cap highlights for the first time. And I haven't told many people this, so I put the cap on and I was acting all confident. First time I've ever done it, and I'm whipping through the hair and we're chatting, having a lovely time. And then all of a sudden, boop,
no,
it's not coming through. And she doesn't react at all, which was very strange because I thought it would hurt.
So you need to reiterate, you're pulling a crochet hook through the cap for those who have no idea what we're talking about.
Yeah, the crochet highlight. Hook highlights. I lifted the cap, and the crochet hook had gone right through her ear. Not the hard cartilage, the softer cartilage, but it was sort of high up, like right here. And so I said, I was literally dying inside. And then I said, I'm just going to wiggle this out right now. And I wiggled it. It came out. I threw the cap back on and kept going. And I was dying inside. I was literally shaking, but I did not show it. And she pretended it didn't even happen.
Wow.
It didn't bleed. It was so weird. So hooks are dangerous.
Yeah. And you can really destroy your, I know people who has gone to the emergency room just because of that. But I think a lot of has to do with that. You're not conscious of the work that you're doing. Like you said, you were talking on the phone, or you're doing, like, the focus is not on the work itself, and that's when things go
Yeah.
crazy.
Yeah, exactly. But we're past that now, you know, we're experts.
It is.